All right, we do start the class now. In today's class, we do discuss source transformation. We have studied the meaning of source. It is a part of element. Element can be active element or passive element. In the active element, we do find two different sources, that is independent source and a dependent source. So, what is source transformation? Simple. Equivalent sources can be used to simplify the analysis of some circuits. Voltage source in series with resistor. Is this right? Voltage source. Is this voltage source? Because of circle, it is independent source in series with resistor. We can call this as Vs. We can call this as Rs. All right. So, what source transformation says? The voltage source in series with resistor, the voltage source in series with resistor that is shown here is transferred into current source in parallel with resistor. All right. So this circuit can be transferred into current source in parallel with a resistor, that is equals to RSU. It is current IS. So how to calculate this IS? Using Ohm's law. Ohm's law, using Ohm's law, IS equals to Vs divided by RSA. Wherever we do find voltage source in series with the resistor, that is completely replaced by current source in parallel with the resistor. RS in this case and in this case they are same. IS is calculated using Vs and this Rs. All right. Next is similarly a current source of value Is in parallel with the resistor Rs. That is said here, a current source in parallel with resistor is transferred into voltage source in series with the resistor. This complete circuit can be replaced by a voltage source Vs in series with resistance Rs. In this case, the value of Vs can be calculated using Ohm's law. Current into a resistance. The resistance in both the circuits are same. Is is the value of current source in this circuit. These two values are used to calculate a new value, that is Vs. All right. What happens if voltage sources they are connected in series? Is this the first possibility? When voltage sources they are connected in series, the equivalent voltage source is either a result of addition or subtraction. So when voltage sources they are connected in series, all voltage sources can be converted into a single equivalent voltage source. That is either the result of either addition or the subtraction. See here, we do find two voltage sources, voltage source 1, voltage source 2. It can be converted into single source between the terminal A and B. These two voltage sources can be converted into a single voltage source between the terminal A and B. It is a result of either addition and subtraction. When these two sources should be added? When alternate polarities are connected. If they are connected, then we should follow the addition. That is, when positive terminal is connected to negative of the other source, or else when a negative terminal is connected to a positive terminal of the other source. We can observe here, the positive terminal is connected to the negative terminal. If this is the case, then the result of the source is addition of these two values. 10 plus 5 is what? 15. Then what should be the polarity? We should follow any one of the voltage source here. Both are similar here. Negative, positive, negative, positive. So that the resultant voltage is a single voltage source. It is because addition of these two voltage sources. All right. Next is for the same circuit. For the same circuit, there are two voltage sources. There are two voltage sources. Then calculate the equivalent voltage between the two terminals, same two terminals A and B. Whether these two are added or subtracted, it is based on the polarity connection. I have said, if the polarities are connected, if polarities are connected, if same polarities are connected, we should follow the subtraction. If alternate polarities are connected, we should go for addition. You can see here a positive terminal and a positive are shorted here, and negative are shorted here. As a result, we will get a subtracted result. What is 10 minus 5? It is 5 volt. Then what should be written inside this circle? That should be equal to the highest value polarity. Which is highest value out of 5 and 10? It is 10. We should write a polarities according to the highest value here. It is that. All right. Have you understood? So for the same two circuits, we have added, it is 15 volt. For the same circuit, we have the resultant voltage as 5. The difference is, it is addition result, it is a subtraction result. The reason is, in this case, alternate polarities are connected, positive, negative, negative, positive. In this case, positive, positive and negative, negative are shorted. As a result, a 5 volt will appear, 15 volt is appeared here, and we have followed. In this case, writing polarity inside the circle is not a big problem here, because we can follow any one of the voltage source here. But in case of subtraction, we should follow the polarities according to the highest value voltage. Out of these two, 10 is the voltage, so that a plus minus is written as it is. Direction we have maintained same. All right. Next we do see. Next problem we do see. Okay. Next is, here two voltage sources. Here two voltage sources. What is these two voltage sources can be replaced by a single voltage source here. That is, these two voltage sources can be replaced by a single voltage source that is equal to addition of these two. Hopefully it is right. Reason is, positive and negative are connected, negative and positive are connected, alternate polarities are shorted here, so that 8 plus 6 is a 14 volt, and I have maintained its direction similar to any one of the voltage source. Both are one and the same, negative, positive, negative, positive. I have maintained the same. All right. Next, try one. Try the same problem. Try the same problem, but here alternate polarities are not shorted here. Instead, positive, positive and negative, negative are shorted. At that case, you should be very careful regarding its direction. Obviously, these two voltage sources can be converted into a single source. That is because of alternate polarities, because of same polarities. 8 minus 6 is obviously it is 2 volt. Then what should be the direction? The direction should be according to the highest voltage. So here positive should come, negative, positive and negative. Okay, so these two voltage sources can be converted into single voltage source using this method. All right, next is follow this formal problem. Here a 3 volt and a minus 5 volt, they are connected in series. 3 volt and minus 5 volt, they are connected in series, and you can observe a negative and positive alternate polarities are shorted, so that minus 5 plus 3 is the result, that is minus 2 volt. These two are added, out of which one is negative. The same value is added here. Okay, next is what is the polarity? It should be the highest value. Both are same polarities here. Both are same polarities, so that I have maintained the same. Have you understood what should be done if voltage sources are connected in series? Simple. Addition and subtraction. Addition should be followed if alternate polarities are connected. Subtraction should be followed if same polarities are connected. In subtraction, you should take care of the polarity according to the highest value. All right. Now, next is voltage sources which are connected in parallel. Okay, actually it is not needed. Practically, such connections are not needed. While not best practice for circuit analysis, ideal voltage sources can be connected in parallel provided they are of the same voltage value. Here in this example, two 10 voltage sources are combined to produce a 10 voltage between the terminal A and B. Ideally, there would be just one single voltage source of 10 volt given between A and B. Even though you have connected the two voltage sources of the same value, at the terminal A and B, we do get only 10 volt. We are getting 10 volt between A and B, but we are connecting the two voltage sources. Then as a result, one voltage source is wasted here. That means practically such connections are not needed. Voltage sources in parallel are not recommended. Practically, it is no use. Keep that point in your mind. Avoid connection of the voltage sources in parallel. All right. Now, these are the badly connected voltage sources. See here, in the previous cases, two voltage sources of same magnitude were connected. Here, two voltage sources with a different magnitude. Then what is value we do observe between the terminal A and B? Can you give me the result? In the previous cases, both are 10 volt. Both are 10 volt. As a result, across A and B, we obtained a 10 volt. In this case, 10 volt and 5 volt sources are connected in parallel. Then can you expect the value at the terminal A and B? So the result is 10 volt, because 10 volt dominates over 5 volt, so that 5 volt will be having its negligible value. 10 volt dominates over 5 volt. As a result, we do observe a 10 volt between the terminal A and B. So connecting 5 volt in parallel with the 10 volt, it is simply a waste of a resource. It is simply a waste of a resource, right? Now, one more bad connection. Connecting the voltage source and shorting it. Connecting the voltage source and shorting those two terminal, it leads, what is expected value here? Can you tell me? Can you guess the value between the terminal A and B? Answer is a 0 volt. Because I have already said it is short. It is short means a 0 ohm resistance. 0 ohm resistance means there is a huge flow of current. There is a infinite amperes flow of current. That's why we do find here 0 volt, 0 volt across this terminal. Okay, so that is, if a 10 volt is shorted, then we do observe the 0 volt between the terminal A and B. All right. Next, what happens if current sources they are connected in parallel? If current sources they are connected in parallel, either they are added or subtracted. Either they are added or subtracted. Addition should be followed if the current directions are same. If this is the case, then these two current sources can be replaced by a single current source which follows the same direction. You can see a 5 amperes of current, 5 amperes of current that can be replaced by a single current source which follows the same directions. That is the added result of those two current sources, that is 10 amps. Okay. Now, what happens if this is the case? What happens if this is the case? One current source, another current source, one is having 10 amperes, another one is having a 4 amperes. Write its equivalent voltage source, current source. Obviously, it can be replaced by a single current source. One is upward, another one is downward. As a result, a subtracted result here. So it is 10 minus 4, that is 6 amperes. Current direction should follow according to the highest value. Highest values direction is upward, so that this one. It can also be written as, I want to write the direction downward. At that time, minus 6 ampere is the result here. These two are one another aside. Okay, so if the directions are same, then they should be added. If the directions are opposite, they should be subtracted. Then direction should be according to the highest value. If I want to change this direction, then write a negative sign. All right. Next is, all these 4 current sources can be converted into a single current source. V out, it is 8 ohm. All these 4 current sources can be converted into a single voltage, so a single current source, because all are connected in parallel. You can see here 2 amps, 5 amps, 3 amps. They are following the same direction, so that all these 3 can be added. This is 10 amps, upward direction. All right. Then 7 amps, it is downward direction. As a result, 10 minus 7, it is 3. Direction should be upward. All right. So all four sources can be converted into hopefully have you understood this, how all four can be converted into a single. If current sources they are connected in parallel, they should be either added or subtracted. Addition should be followed if the directions are same. Subtraction should be followed if the directions are opposite. And finally, converted current source will have the direction according to the highest current source direction. Good. Now, there is one more possibility. What happens if current sources they are connected in a series? So it doesn't obey the Kirchhoff's current law, because we have said in a series circuit current is same. Here I1 is 3 amps. The same current is flowing through the same connection, but when it reaches at this point we are saying that it is 5 amps. It is not at all correct. So what is saying, what that graph shows, here we are saying it as a 3 amps, and at this point we are saying it as a 5 amps. But in series circuit current is same. That's why we do follow the KCL here. If these two circuits are connected in series, it doesn't obey the KCL. For that reason, so it is not suggested to connect the current sources in series. Okay, that is said here. All right. Next, if two current sources of same value they are connected in series, the expected result is 5 amps itself, not a 10. It is not added result or a subtracted result, but actually we are wasting a 1 volt current source here. It is not recommended to connect current sources in series. As a result, there is a simply waste of a resource. Okay, so what is conclusion here? Do not connect voltage sources in parallel. Do not connect current sources in series. All right, these two are the conclusions here. Now, in the first slide we said that current voltage source in series with resistor Vs is equals to Is into Rs can be converted into current source in parallel with the resistance, same resistance Rs. How to calculate this Is? Using Ohm's law, Is equals to Vs divided by Rs. All right. You should keep that point in your mind. This is called as a source transformation. A voltage source in series with resistance can be converted into current source in parallel with the resistance, right? Next, voltage source in series with resistance can be converted into current source in parallel with the resistance. Here, parallel resistance and series resistance are one and the same here. Usually, we do say that voltage source exhibit internal resistance which is connected in series. Current source exhibits the internal resistance which is always connected in parallel. That's why we have used here P and S, but they are one and the same. Vice versa, a current source in parallel with a resistance can be converted into voltage source in series with the resistance. All right. So it is a dependent source. Same thing here, rhombus is used so that we are saying it as a dependent source. A dependent voltage source can be converted into a dependent current source. We are following the same rules and regulations here. Okay, so voltage source, dependent voltage source in series with a resistance Rs can be converted into a current source in parallel with the resistance Rs, one and the same. All right. Okay, here the simple problem, replace the voltage source V in series with the resistance R by the current source Is in parallel with the same resistance R. All right. So already it is done here. The voltage source in series with the resistance is converted into a current source in parallel with the resistance Rs. What is the value of Is here? Using Ohm's law, Is is equals to Vs divided by Rs. Vs is 100, R is 50, that is 2 amps.